For those of you who don't know, personal space in Spain is a lot smaller than the personal space that we are accustomed to in the United States. You know, when Americans meet each other, it's the handshake from a distance. Hello, hello, nice to meet you. Maybe a hug, but generally it's hello. There's space here. When Spanish people meet each other, they do the 2 cheek kisses, and then I think just in general for like conversations, they get so much closer to you when they talk. I have coworkers come up to me all the time at work, and they're like, right here. Like, just have you heard? Did you know about the meeting? And I'm like, my hearing is fine. Like, you don't have to be right here. I've grown used to it, though. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to. However, what is really actually starting to like bother me, which I don't like because I like to keep my peace and not let other people affect me, but like you'll hear it. This is something that could very easily affect me. My issue is recently, we all know about the coronavirus, right? I've been following it. They finally found 1 case in Spain, so you know I'm on high alert. But like my issue, it's just, I cannot say the number of times I have just been out in public living my life and I've seen someone cough and not cover their mouth, or like I have felt the hot breath of someone coughing around me because they're not covering their mouth. And I'm not just talking kids, like grown adult people who are in my space coughing behind me and they don't cover their mouths. The few times I do see people cover their mouths here, they do it with the hand. You know, they don't have the common sense of the elbow cough. Everyone knows you don't cough in your hands because you touch everything with your hands. You're supposed to cough in your elbow. But unfortunately, just like my mother told me, common sense ain't common. So, like, it makes me so, I'm not exaggerating, this is a true story. I was at the grocery store standing in line. There's a woman in line behind me. Again, personal space is smaller, so she's closer to me than I would like, but I have grown so used to that. But like, then she starts to cough and I feel the air, and I just like turned and looked at her and I didn't even have anything to say because I was just in shock. Who coughs on someone like that though? Like, I think maybe from their perspective, it's just their whole concept of like no pasa nada, which means like it's okay, everything's all right, laissez-faire, don't be stressed. Like, why are you so stressed about everything? Like, just relax. And I'm like, but I don't want your germs. Like, I have heard stories from my friends that work in elementary school. So I work in a high school. I have friends that work in elementary schools, and they have told me that they have seen teachers take kids to the bathroom, wipe their butts, and not wash their hands afterwards, and just like proceed to go back to the class and teach. And I'm like, that is the type of shit that makes me so nervous, though. Like, I'm fully capable of admitting that, like, I'm slightly more of a germaphobe than the average person, thanks to my mother, but I don't apologize for it. So, like, I'm out in public, I see people coughing their germs into the atmosphere. I see people that, like, and it's just like, but like the germs. I was at a bar one time. I was sitting up at the bar trying to pay my tab, and like I couldn't find my wallet. So I'm digging through my purse, taking things out. I take my phone out. I take my hand sanitizer out, and I put it on the bar. And then the bartender, who I kind of know because I frequent this bar pretty often, he picks up my hand sanitizer and like looks at it and like laughs and is making fun of me. And then he says something in Spanish, and I'm just like, so basically he was laughing at my hand sanitizer, like why do you have this? Who actually carries hand sanitizer? Like, that's a thing. And of course I don't say this, but the conversation I'm having with myself in my head is, yeah, you nasty bastard. Of course carrying hand sanitizer is a thing. Now I feel like I have to go home and sanitize my hand sanitizer because your nasty ass hands touch. And like, clearly I know you're nasty because you're laughing at the fact that someone like just wants to carry hand sanitizer to keep their hands clean. So obviously I know how clean your hands are. Gross. It's just the littlest things. And again, I'm not even trying to be offensive whatsoever, but like the standards for like public hygiene and cleanliness are, I think, just not as important and not as prioritized here. For example, it is perfectly normal to go to a restroom at, you know, like a mall, a shopping center, a place or whatever, and for there to be no soap in the bathrooms. I can't tell you. That's why I carry hand sanitizer with me all the time, because it's perfectly normal to go into a public bathroom here and have there be no soap to like wash your hands and kill the germs, you know? Like, or I was at a bar one time, and granted, it's a bar. Some people know that like bar bathrooms are kind of gross, but like this toilet didn't even have a seat on it. It was foul, actually foul, like just disgusting. And it's like, in the United States, that stuff doesn't happen. If you go into a bathroom and there's no soap, you say something. If there was a public bathroom with no seat on the toilet and no toilet paper whatsoever, another reason I carry tissue with me in my purse at all times, like, people would complain. Like, that's not acceptable to us. Like, no, like... And yes, you heard me correctly. Just like it's considered acceptable for there to be no soap in a bathroom, very frequently there's no toilet paper in a bathroom, especially like bus stations, train stations. Brace yourself. Bring your own toilet paper, bring your own soap, your own hand sanitizer. You basically have to bring all of the things you need to use to the bathroom just to use some of the public bathrooms here, because they're just like not equipped. Oh my God, I miss automatic hand sanitizer dispensers so much. I miss them so much. I don't think I've ever seen one here ever in life. So I have very, respectfully addressed this with some of my Spanish friends and have like asked them like, so is it a common practice here in Spain to teach children to, one, cover their mouths in general when they cough, but like, is it a common practice that if you teach them to cough and cover their mouths, that you teach them to do the elbow cough? Every single one of them, granted I only asked like 3 people, but every single one of them said, yeah, no, that's not really a thing here. Like, we don't teach kids that. And I'm like, I can tell. Oh, like I do a lot of private tutoring here too, and one of the kids that I tutor, he's really young, and like I heard him go to the bathroom, and the parents are in the house so they can hear everything that's going on. I heard him go to the bathroom, not wash his hands, and then come back, and we were playing a board game, so we had to like touch all the same stuff, and all I could think was like, do not touch your face, keep your hands out of your eyes, nose, and mouth. Oh my gosh, don't touch your mucous membranes, germs, and the parents were present in the house, like I said, so I kind of felt like it wasn't my place to tell him, go back, wash your hands. Like, if the parents wanted him to do that, then they would have said that. They were sitting like right there, they could hear it, but they didn't, so I'm just like, but regardless, not trying to be offensive, I just think in general it's so crazy to me, the tiniest little things that happen on a day-to-day basis that are like so just culturally different. Like, it's not considered culturally like the standard to cover your mouth when you cough where I am, clearly, because I experience people coughing and not covering their mouths all the time. All I have to say to that is that coronavirus is real, pandemics are real, and I just need everyone who is watching this to like pray for me that I don't pop off on someone one day for coughing in my space and spreading their germs into my life. I'm going to try and keep my peace about this and go zen somewhere. Wish me luck.